Hey there. Guess what today is? It's Monday, March 1st, but it's also the first day of school. The Little School of Big Change spring course is open right now. And so far, it's been awesome. There's already so many people. I love how eager people are. They're in there commenting, getting support already on our forum, introducing themselves. So it's great. So if you want to be in the spring course with us, I would love. The next course will be in September. So why wait? Join us. You can still enroll until Thursday, this coming Thursday at midnight Eastern Time. Ironically, it's also the first day of school for my kids, which I've never said on March 1st in my life. But since they were sent home almost a year ago in a couple weeks, sent home from school, they're back in the classroom full time as of today. So, first day of schools all around. So, okay, I have a question today from Angela, who is in the spring course of the Little School of Big Change. So she's in there getting some support on this, but she sent this question a couple weeks ago, and I know it's a it's a really common one. So I probably say that a lot. A lot of these are really common ones, but this one for sure. So Angela says, um, I notice a massive pattern for me is the perception of time. And she has in all caps, there is never enough time. I keep repeating it in the morning before taking my girls to school. We're running late. Then at home, time is always running out between what I'm doing and picking my kids up from school. There's so much I want to do at home, whether it be studying, working, cleaning, decluttering, all the projects, exercising, preparing meals. I always seem to be in a rush, and I never have enough time to accomplish anything. Is there anything I can do to ease this pattern, to be able to shift this perception? Yes. So I love the all caps. There is never enough time. And uh, I feel you, Angela, and I think a lot of people probably do. And you know, from when we jump into our heads, I think there's absolutely no question that you're right. In our heads, when we have the list running and the things I would like to do or things I should be doing and the clock running, the constant clock, and I so feel you. I know a lot of parents do of, hurry up and get the kids ready for school and then whew, now we've had like not much time recently, but now starting today for us, we have what, the 6, 7 hours, right? Like they're not here. All the stuff you want to do, and then get them home, and all the stuff you have to do before everyone goes to bed, before you finish the day. I don't know many people that have a reasonably full life that from within our heads aren't feeling what you're feeling, aren't sensing there's not enough time and I want to fit more in and what should I do and what did I do and what didn't I do. But notice that I keep saying, Angela, that we feel this when we're in our heads. That's it's huge. This is everything because our mind is a stopwatch. Our mind is a constant ticking, you know, what time is it? Where are we going? Where have we been? Our mind is what keeps that constant list that it made up, by the way, of all the things that you should do and want to do, and then all the things that you didn't have time to do. And we live in minds. We all have minds. We aren't going to be free of this anytime soon. So, and there's so much helpful in that. So again, I'm not saying that you don't want to, clean your house and exercise and get things ready for dinner while your kids are at school. That's so reasonable. Of course you do. And a lot of other things as well, right? Of course you do. But there's, when we start to kind of see a bit of distance between how we're just lived in a moment, what occurs to us to do and what we feel moved to do versus the narration of our mind. You start to feel this gap and you start to feel like, okay, yeah, of course, there's stuff I'd like to get done and that feels really great to get done. And a lot of that will get done, but that is a very different thing. It feels different. It feels like it's coming from a different place than this, which you are going to get to know very well because you're in the current course, our friend the teeth, than this saying kind of what you're saying in your message here. hurry up, got to get to school. Hurry up, got to get all this stuff done. Oh no, time to go get the kids. Oh no, what didn't I do today? This is such a different place than, hey, here I am with some time. What occurs to me to do? Than laying down at bed at night and saying, hey, I did what I did. This is never going to be satisfied with that. It just isn't. It's not its job is to look at where there are holes in things. That's its job. It's like, quality control, like risk assessment, like its job is to keep us alive. So, but it's always looking for what could you have done better? What didn't you do quite right? What did everyone else get done today? How'd you stack up compared to how you expected to stack up? You won't win. You won't win that game. So it's not about fighting that and trying to win that game. Just we can just set that aside. That's never going to happen. But it's about feeling this difference. About feeling again how your mind just narrates and counts and watches and compares. And beyond that, you're just you in a moment with your kids and these awesome moments that you have before you drop them off, or you have that time with them in the morning. And then when you have that beautiful time, even just a few minutes to just be present and just be in life while they're gone, while you're with yourself, while you're doing all these other tasks. I mean, it's like it's like on the surface of the ocean, there's all these waves and all this craziness, and that's kind of where we are when we're in our heads. And there's time and what's next and all of that. But then when we just dip a little beneath the surface of the ocean, just a little bit, it's quiet, and there's a whole new perspective. Now you see whole new things that you didn't see when you were up here flailing around in the waves. That's where we want to look. So again, your mind, you're not going to shut it off. I wouldn't even worry about trying to shut it off or talking back to it or anything. Just let it run. It's going to. It's going to have the whole conversation it has. But you get to start to feel like, no, oh, okay. I know that's going on up here, but I don't, that's not helpful. It's fine, but it's not helpful. What's helpful and where you're really being lived from is a space a little bit beneath that, a little bit beyond that. When the kids get to school, almost always on time. And if they don't, it's not the end of the world, where you just get the stuff done that you can get done. And it's amazing how there's such a different feeling to life, same tasks, same schedule, everything, but there's a radically different feeling available when we aren't living in the waves, when we're not flailing around in those waves all the time. Quickly, I think the other thing that was super helpful in this is to see that what you're feeling and what you're struggling with is not a time issue. This has your suffering has zero to do with time or how much you have to do. Nothing at all, not even a tiny bit. Your suffering comes from a bunch of thinking yelling at you saying that you should do more. We need to hurry up. Can't enjoy the moment. Gotta hurry up. We're not there yet. Do more. Fit in more. This is where the suffering is. 100%. So it's so big to really start to see that. That might make sense intellectually, but to really start to see that in a deep way, because otherwise, if it looks like it's a time issue or a task issue, what are you going to do? You're going to look out. You're going to try to find more time where it doesn't exist. You're going to try to do fewer tasks and then probably not like that. Or you're going to try, you're going to just be in the muck. You're going to be in the waves trying to rearrange things to feel better. And that's never, ever where peace is going to come from. Peace is going to come from a whole different realm, a whole different level, from saying, oh, I don't have a time issue. None of us have a time issue. Honestly, there is no such thing as a time issue. What we have is a thought issue, where the narrator, it's barking orders and counting down time for us, feels really true. And we feel like we need to listen to it or change it or whatever. And when you see that you don't need to pay attention and you don't need to change it, it gets quiet. It starts to fall mute and fall off into the background. And it might still tell you what time it is and all of that. But you get to kind of dip down and see that a whole different experience of life, of time, all of that is available to you right now without changing anything in the outside world. So thank you, Angela, for sending this. Again, I know this all caps, there's never enough time, is going to resonate with a lot of people. And I'm so glad that you're in the course that's starting today, because I know you're going to see a lot more about this and a lot of other things. So Thank you, everyone, for listening. Let me know if you do have any questions about the Little School Big Change. Again, enrollment is open through this Thursday at midnight Eastern Time, and I'm doing a Facebook Live Q&A on Wednesday at, I think, this time at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So if you do have any lingering questions, meet me here and we'll talk about them. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week.